Okay.
Okay, expanding the role of the salon and the spa. From the new perspective, professional skincare has emerged from what traditionally has been a minor role in the U.S. beauty market to becoming the focus of many new business opportunities. Going into the business for yourself or going into business for yourself, perhaps you're thinking about starting your own business. Many service providers enter the field of skincare with the thought of owning their own salon or spa. If you are focused, disciplined, and driven to achieve your goals, this may be a vital option for you. You need to keep in mind that motivation and commitment are only the beginning to be successful. You will need to have lots of energy, a clear vision of what you would like to accomplish, solid business skills. Education is crucial to gaining the knowledge you will need to operate a profitable business. You should also have some real practical experience in business before taking the leap to the leap to spa or salon ownership. Hands-on familiarity with daily operations is a valuable lesson of anyone starting out in the industry, especially those with little or no business management experience. Operating your own business is a big responsibility, and it will involve many hours of carefully planning and preparation. You will need to become familiar with several basic business principles such as accounting, finance, business, tax laws, insurance, human resource management, sales, and marketing. Managing day-to-day operations will also require the ability to solve employee, customer, and business management problems on a regular basis. Even if you have experience in business world, there is always a learning curve. Be prepared to address any number of issues such as scheduling employees, booking appointments, managing dissatisfied customers, tracking inventory, and ordering supplies. Those who take the time to study the industry, focus their intentions, and develop critical thinking skills are generally in a better position to achieve their success. So we started our little, it's getting kind of hot in here. We started our little career path timelines. Has everybody been able to kind of start that? And how's it going?
Hard.
Why?
Because what I want to get into after, it just seems like I'm just going to have to keep going more and more and more school.
But there's nothing wrong with that. That's good.
Yeah.
What's your ultimate goal? Did you write it down?
No.
Well, you gotta know what your ultimate goal is in order to know what pathway you want to take to get there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should have our ultimate goal before we start our career path.
Trying to figure out 3 things of why you started aesthetics in the first place. You know, if it's to help people, to have your own business, whatever the case that may be, and then you make your time. Good morning.
And I'll see you next week, right?
Yeah, next Thursday. Okay. Alexis.
I was putting my resume yesterday.
Okay. Well, work on it because you don't want to go out there and be mindless and you're just working different jobs and you don't have a clue what your end goal is because you waste time that way. And resources because you could have been somewhere where someone could have helped you because you didn't know, where you wanted to go, where you wanted to end up, you missed that opportunity.
I think when I first get licensed, I want to start out at a full service salon, kind of network from there, see what I mean, and then hopefully one day do like the successful, get my own salon, like have like a partner with me.
Okay, partner's nice.
I was kind of looking into the medical spa, but I think I'd rather just have like my own salon.
Yeah.
And see, I was kind of wanting to go on the same path, like work at a little salon or something after, but a lot of the employers in their contract say like once you're hired, if you're fired, quit, or leave, 2 years after that date, you cannot go and start your own business.
Yeah, they have it in the policy.
Yeah.
But you gotta see on a map what the mileage is, because they could be saying 10 miles, but how far is 10 miles?
No, but you can't take any of their clients either. It's like that's their clientele.
Right, I understand, but again, if someone, yeah, because they can't say you can't have anything in the whole DFW. That's your livelihood. They have to put something in there, usually a marker of like 10 miles or 15 miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
So
then you just do it outside.
So it's not like you can't do anything.
Right.
Okay.
But again, that's something that's discussed in the interview process, they'll tell you 9 times out of 10. And then before signing anything, you looking over the different types of documents that they're handing you. Because a lot of times, when they're trying to get through paperwork, they're like, this is this, and you're just initialing and dating, but you're not actually reading through it. So that's something else. Hey, I would like to take the paperwork home, have my lawyer, whatever you want to say, look at it. So that way you thoroughly understand what is expected of you and the commitment and obligations that are being asked of you.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley? Hello?
But they have to. See, that's the thing. You can't have a clause and not. Yeah, because then how would you know? Yes.
Oh, hey, I had a quick question in regards to non-compete clauses. So, for example, for me, I would love to open up my own spa as well, but you know how like with employers, they can tell you like, hey, you have like a non-compete within like 10 miles. When opening up a salon, is that an option to say, yeah, like I would open up my salon, I would rent out this space in this, for example, shopping center, but am I allowed to also include, like, if I'm going to open up a salon and spa that it does facials and, for example, lashes, can I include a non-compete within that, for example, shopping center? Or is it like a case-by-case scenario?
Non-compete with the people
with like businesses surrounding my business.
With the person that owns the building.
Right.
That would be something that you'd have to discuss with them if they allow. I know a lot of nail shops will be like, hey, no other nail business can come into this particular shopping center because we're here. So if that's something that your business or building owner allows you to do, then of course that's something that you can work out, especially if you're the first one going in there and there's nothing else. Then you could do that. Now, as far as like city and all that, that's a whole different thing. But
yeah.
Yeah, Christine, it's called an exclusive. If you're signing your lease, you want to ask for an exclusive where no other businesses that operate the same insurance can open up within that same complex. And a lot of times, if you ask for it up front, they allow it. But if you don't ask for it, then they won't put it in there.
Oh, okay. You said it's called an exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that way I can do my research on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so different types of ownership options that are available to you guys. You can be a sole proprietor or sole proprietorship. This acts as sole owner and manager, is responsible for determining all policies and making all the necessary decisions associated with running a business. In turn, a sole proprietor is also accountable for all expenses, receives all profits, and bears all losses. If you are an independent, self-motivated individual who likes to be in charge and does not mind assuming all the duties and obligations associated with operating a business, this may be the best arrangement for you. Your next is going to be a partnership. So this is kind of solo, your partnership. You could have multiple partners or just one partner. Your partnership is going to be 2 or more people that share ownership, although that does not necessarily mean they have an equal arrangement. So that's something that you'll want to get in writing. Maybe you own 70% of the business and she owns 30% of the business. You're still partners, but you have equal rights as to what everybody does and how much everybody owns. There are several benefits to a partnership, including increased capital, money for investment in the business, a greater pool of skill and talent to draw from, and an added advantage of shared responsibility and decision making. It's important to remember that when it comes to sharing, partners also divide and share profits in a partnership. Each partner also assumes the other's unlimited liability for debt. If you like the security of working jointly with others and you're willing to assume the risk of liability, a partnership may be ideal for you. A partnership can be a mutual satisfying experience for the right partners. It can also be a lesson in frustration if you find yourself affiliated with the wrong partner. So you just need to kind of vet the people that you want to go in business with. How are their business skills? How do they manage money? A lot of businesses go down because of mismanagement of finances. What was it called? Regency, do you guys remember Regency? They were huge. And they collapsed a few years back because of mismanagement of funds. Same thing with financial aid. And they were huge. There was like probably over 50 locations all over the country. So it happens all the time. These multi-billion-dollar companies go under because someone wasn't managing things right. So finances is a really, really, really big aspect. One thing I would encourage you ladies to do if you're not good with money, and even if you are, is to take business classes that are in accounting and finance, because you need to be able to manage both your personal finances and your business finances. You can always have somebody do it for you, but at the same time, you want to make sure you can trust that person. And if you ever go back and comb through what it is they're telling you your finances are, it matches. Because people also, can get people that steal from them accountants and stuff like that. So you want to audit your accountants. Why are you looking like that, Coco?
Because I just don't trust anyone.
Yeah, these days it's kind of hard. That's why it's good to have as much knowledge and education that you can have. You're still going to have to outsource. You can't do everything.
Yeah.
And have people help you depending on how big you want to get. But having that extra knowledge, okay, when they send you a report of your profit and your loss, you can go through and see, okay, is this really adding up to what I have?
So let's say you go into business with someone and they mess up on their end, or they're doing something illegal on their end, or they're stealing money or doing something. Wouldn't both partners get in trouble for that? Not just that one partner?
It would depend on what it is. It's kind of case by case. But yeah, you could, because your name is still on the
Like credit,
the binding. Well, that would depend. So let's say, you and Alexis are partners, but you get the loan in your name. She's not on the loan. Then, and you go belly up on the loan, that's on you.
So it kind of depends different with everyone.
And then there's business credit and there's personal credit. Business credit is a lot harder to get than personal credit.
Really?
Because you have to build it up.
I didn't know.
You typically start your business credit off of your personal credit, and then as you put assets and like equity back into the business, then you build up the business credit because it will have its own name and like number and stuff like that. And then you're putting everything in the business name versus your personal name. And that's when you branch out and probably no longer a sole proprietorship, you become like an LLC or a C Corp. All that's like accounting stuff.
So partnership is LLC.
It can be.
Okay.
But you could, it's, let me put it this way, it's a tax thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can pay less taxes or more taxes.
Yeah.
They say this is the best way to get a tax break, but again, that's going to depend on the setup of your business, all of that. And that's somebody you'd want to talk to an accountant about that.
Okay.
And then have a lawyer too that you get legal advice for as far as like certain contracts and the do's and don'ts that you can within your business. So that way you stay within the law.
So when you started out, did you take like business and financing classes to kind of
I've been taking classes throughout, like church, college, online.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to take something because something's always changing and I want to find other tools to help me be more efficient.
And they definitely help. Those words take them.
Yeah. Because if you put, whatever you put into it, you'll get out of it.
Yeah.
So like I was telling you guys, SCORE, they offer classes.
SCORE,
and they're free, and they are funded by SBA, which is the Small Business Administration. And a lot of times when you're a small business, you're going to get funding through SBA, unless you go to a bank and get like a private loan or a business loan that way. However, you do have to have a business plan in order to get that type of funding. No one's going to fund you unless they're giving you a personal investment without a business plan. So all of those things can kind of be talked about depending on which way you want to go. Again, going back to the career path timeline, what is it that you want out of this? Like, why are you here? Why are you sitting in class? What is your ultimate goal? And from that, you can make, your different tasks each month that you want to accomplish while you're in school. And you can even do it over a year. You could do it for the next 2 years, whatever, to get you on that right path. So, like three weeks from now, you're like, maybe you want to start looking for somebody to write you a business plan, or you want to start looking at which area you want to put your business in. Like all of those things are going to be make or breaks of your business. You don't want to be too far away. Traffic, that's going to tire you out. You want to make sure you're in a good location. You want to make sure that your clients have plenty of parking. All of those things be handicap accessible if you happen to get somebody that's disabled. All of those things need to be associated when you're thinking about your own business. It's not just going in, doing facials, doing lashes, getting money, that's it. There's retail, which we'll talk a little bit about today, and there's so many different aspects that you have to think about when you want to grow and expand, if that's something you want to do. Corporation is incorporating. It's one of the best ways that a business owner can protect his or her assets. Most people choose to incorporate for solely this reason. But this form of ownership has other advantages. For example, the corporate business structure saves the money in taxes. So again, a lot of people like to go from like an LLC to incorporated, like the INC, because they're supposed to get tax breaks. So that's accounting stuff. There's different things. So we have an accountant. Let's see. Where was I? For example, the corporate business structure saves money in taxes, provides greater business flexibility, and makes raising capital easier. It also limits your personal financial liability if your business accrues unmanageable financial debts or otherwise runs into financial trouble. So that's a good thing about getting like an LLC or an incorporated. If someone comes after you or the business goes belly up, it won't affect your personal credit. It'll just be on the business. So that way you can file for bankruptcy, which businesses do all the time, and restructure or go under or whatever. And they're able to come back under a different name, get new funding and all that good jazz. So if someone ever were to sue you or come after you, they could come after the business, but not come after what you've acquired personally. So that's why you would kind of go with an LLC or a corporation. So that way it, divides the personal from the professional. And again, you start out maybe as a sole proprietorship, then you work your way up. You can always change it as time goes on. Yes, ma'am.
What's the difference between C Corp and S Corp?
Accountant.
Accountant?
Yeah, an accountant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous now because I don't
Why are you
understand the
nervous?
whole like.
Yeah, that's why you have to ask an accountant.
I'm scared that one day.
Why it's how did they file it and all this other stuff.
I'm worried
Yeah.
one day I'm gonna like try to open a business and then go bankrupt or like do something.
No, you just have to do your due diligence. And, you know, again, make a plan. We're going to talk about like strategies. A business plan will really help you because if you ever get off, that's what you refer back to. That's your roadmap. What else? Okay, so also with raising capital by issuing, stock certificates or shares. This is talking about once you have money built up into the business and it's actually worth something. Most time it takes years to be, you know, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, let alone a year. And then of course, millions usually takes months, but it's possible. You can be making millions a month or hundreds of thousands a month with services and products, maybe teaching classes, whatever the case may be. You never know, but when you get bigger, that's when you want to protect your business more. And so you start venturing out and maybe changing the structure of things. So that way you make sure everything's protected no matter what happens. Some other things that you want to consider when you're developing a plan for your business is your location. Location is super important. Again, you want to make sure there's plenty of parking. It's so frustrating when you go somewhere and there's nowhere to park, right? You're like, forget it. So you want to make sure your clients have plenty of parking. Also, you want to make sure that the parking is accessible to your business. You don't want to have parking, you know, a half a mile down the road and your business is here. So not only have plenty of parking, but have plenty of parking that's close. Location, location, location. How often have you heard that phrase? While no one location can guarantee success, deciding where to conduct business is an important consideration that requires careful deliberation. The right location for your business model can significantly affect your success. So it's important factors is visibility and accessibility. Those are going to be your two main things when you're looking for your spot. See if other places or like your business are in the vicinity. Are you, you know, in an industrial area, a rural area, suburban, city? Where are you trying to put it and why? So do your due diligence, like your research. Your parking facilities are going to be a crucial element in attracting business. Clients may be pleased with your service, but becoming frustrated over inability to find convenient or affordable parking. Particularly in these uncertain times, safety and convenience are important marketing features. You also, other than your location and parking, you want to figure out your target market. Your target market, in searching for various places to open your salon or spa, it's important to keep your target market in mind. If you want to attract a high-end clientele, explore high-end income areas. So Highland Park is a high-end area. Highland Village is a high-end area. Certain parts of downtown are more high-end areas. So if you're, wanting your average client to spend $300 every time they see you, then maybe you want to, work in one of those areas. If you only want them to spend $100 when they see you, maybe work in Plano or Richardson. It just depends. Again, going back to your career path and deciding what is your ultimate goal and how will you get there. If you are interested in attracting a variety of clients with moderate incomes, search for high volume areas that is conveniently located and offers many access to public transportation. While many people starting small businesses like the convenience of being close to home, understand that you may have to travel a bit to reach the market your spa or salon hopes to attract. So again, where are you going to put it? That goes back to location, and then where are you? Are you in Grapevine and you're trying to put your spot in Arlington? That's a good distance. So maybe in the future, maybe you want to go out to Arlington, or move your business to where you are. I will say people will follow you, but it's a lot harder to sometimes move the business than it would be to just move yourself. So again, depends on what's going on in the world, everything, but those are all factors. You also want to look at demographics. Demographics refers to particularly identifying characteristics of an area or population, such as a specific size, age, sex, or ethnicity of the resident. So is your demographic, younger to middle-aged women, 25 to 60? And then you maybe have a few men sprinkled in there. Is your demographic teens because you're working on hormonal acne? Is your demographic a more mature group and you're working on people 60 plus and trying to help them fight the signs of aging or correct already the signs of aging that they already show? That's another thing that you have to consider. Who is going to be your demographic? What are you looking for? Are you looking for men? Are you looking for women? Black men, Black women, Mexican women, Latino, whatever. That will be also a good idea of helping you with your target market. Competition, you need to know who's around you that's doing the same things. They can be doing the same things, but what's your edge? What's your niche? What makes you different? How do you set yourself aside from everybody else? If you're doing makeup, maybe after they come in and they get their makeup, you offer them a mini lesson and nobody else is doing that. Or you do makeup and you offer them a skincare gift afterwards, like a skincare product, which introduces them into your skincare line. Something different that will grab their attention, get them to come back, help you with client retention, and set you apart from the people that are around you. All right. Does anybody have any questions about that? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. Feel free, if I can talk, to read the rest of chapter 22 incomplete. The assignments on Cengage, and we're gonna go ahead and skip over to chapter 23 and talk about selling and mainly marketing, because you're going to have to be able to market yourself so that you're able to get your business out there. The more exposure you have, the better chance you have of more people finding you and coming to you. So we are going to start at the top of chapter 23, selling products and services. It's page 700 if you're in your textbook. Online, it just says selling products and services. It's crucial to financial success of a skincare salon or spa. Sales keeps business flowing and revenues coming in. A confident esthetician who is comfortable with selling is a valuable asset to any salon or spa and is likely to increase his or her income. The esthetician should not forget that the products and services he or she sells should benefit the consumer and meet their skincare needs, or lash needs, or makeup needs, whatever you're deciding to do. The right products increase the value of service and help to reinforce client goals on a daily basis. Those who place the client's best interests at the forefront of any sale can also take pride in basing the sale on ethical practices. As you review this chapter, keep an open mind that rewards of selling keep an open mind. The rewards of selling may surprise you both personally and financially. It's really important that you sell something, even if it's not your own brand, that you sell something, because that's a whole nother income. If you think about it, having a product, maybe you get it at cost for $5 and then you turn around and you sell it for $15, and you sell 100 of them. What is that? $1,500 that you did without doing extra legwork. So you have to look at sales or retail as a whole nother entity of income that you're able to make when working with clients. Sales is also really great when times are down. So our peak season as estheticians with like facials and stuff, even though people get it all through the year, it's usually October through about February, right? The holidays are coming, people want to look Gucci bandana for all parties and stuff for Christmas. And then what is February? Valentine's Day, and then spring break. And then it kind of slows down a little bit. You'll still have people trickling in, Mother's Day, graduation, prom, and stuff like that. Kind of slows down. Then you have like your regulars through the summer, builds back up again. So during those slow times, that's a perfect time to be selling different types of products or introducing new services to your current clients. So that way they're not just getting one service, they're getting 2 services, 3 services. Selling in the skincare business or salon. Selling products and services is a fundamental object in aesthetics business. Unfortunately, many estheticians fail to make the connection between selling and skincare. In many cases, the esthetician's aversion to selling stems from negative associations that portray sales agents as pushy or aggressive people who are interested only in making money. To move beyond the negative connotation, estheticians must learn to recognize the value in selling, viewing as a reputable endeavor that supplies salon and spa growers with certain value benefits. So is anybody scared to recommend product in here? We won't even say sell it, we'll say recommend products. Okay, why?
Honestly, like, I feel like every time I ever like got my hair done or something and they recommend a product to me, I don't usually like that's how I always see them. I was like, oh, they're just trying to make money. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, then if I think that about it, people in America think that about me.
Trying to sell your product. Okay, so if your client's coming in and they're spending, I don't know, a couple $100 a month with you, just getting a treatment, but then they leave and they don't have anything or any way to maintain the treatment that you gave them or maintain their skin when they're not with you, is that selling them product or is that helping them reach their skincare product goals?
Seems like you're helping them.
Yes. So it's all in how you look at it. So with that being said, it's also how you present it. If someone comes to you thinking, oh, you're just trying to sell me this $40 cleanser. No, you came to me telling me that you had problems with hyperpigmentation, that you didn't like that your pores were big and that sometimes you have breakout. Well, with this Dermalogica, we'll say Dermaclane cleanser, I will help address all three of those issues. And so I'm not trying to sell you a product, I'm trying to recommend you skincare that's gonna help you reach your goals, which is why you came to me. So it's all in how you present it. Yes, it's income, yes, it's money, yes, it seems like people can be pushy when they're a salesperson, but as skincare therapists, we're not trying to push products on people, we're trying to help change their self-image and how they look at them. Because I know when I feel great, you know, you can't tell me nothing. So imagine doing that for your clients. And that's how you have to present it. Does anybody else have any issues with recommending products or my nose started itching?
I just think what I've noticed is like kind of similar to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like before I started school, I didn't look at like getting lashes or facials as like a lifelong like investment.
Yeah,
I
and it
thought
is.
a
That's
quick
exactly
one
what
and
it
done.
is. Investment. Skincare is an investment. Lashes are
Yeah.
an investment. It's an investment.
And
Sorry.
so I thought it was like one and done, and I thought I'm already paying $300 for this full set. Why would I spend another $50 on lash serum or whatever they're trying to sell me? You know, because no one explained to me that like this is not a like you don't just come once and get them. Like this is an investment, and you have to be able to afford it to keep coming back. You know, so I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Yeah, and that's what you have to explain in the consultation. So you're coming in to me, you know, with this mild breakout, but looking at your skin, this has been going on for a long time. You know, usually when you start a diet, do you see results in one day? No. When you go to school to get a license or get a diploma, do you get it in one day? No. Like anything else, it's going to take time. And you have to explain that to your clients. Lashes is going to be an investment. You're going to need to come every 2 to 3 weeks to get fills in order to maintain this look that you want. This lash serum is going to help maintain your natural lashes, so that way if you're picking at them or they break off or whatever happens, they're still getting the nourishment they need to be able to sustain getting lash extensions. You know, it's all in how you explain it to your client or your customer or your patient, wherever you may work at.
But you definitely think it's something that we should like explain to them.
Yeah, when they come the first time, hey, you know, what brings you in? That's the number one question you should be asking. Oh, you know, I have concerns with, I don't know, puffy eyes and circles around my eye. Great, that's when you're going through the consultation, looking at their background, seeing if maybe it's genetic or if it's their diet, because nutrition, the lack thereof can cause a lot of things. If they're dehydrated, their sleep patterns, are they stressed? How is their work environment? All of those things could be contributing to why they look a certain way. And so they're coming to you to help them fix that. So it would be a disservice to have them spend $200-300 on a treatment and they walk out and you don't see them for 2 or 3 weeks and they're not doing anything the whole time. Just like when you start a diet or you start a new fitness plan, you don't see them one time. You see them multiple times when you have a trainer, and a lot of times they give you a distinct diet. Okay, you need to do this on Monday, you need to do this on Tuesday, this on the same thing with your skincare. It's a regimen, so it's going to take time. It's an investment, and you have to do it on a regular basis.
Are we going to go over like a little bit more about sales skills? Because I feel like I wouldn't be very good at that.
Through role playing.
Okay.
So next, I'm going to talk about upselling, and then we'll jump into marketing. While the esthetician is the primary person responsible for recommending skincare products and services in a skincare salon or spa, it is important for other members of the salon team to be knowledgeable about the different products and treatments available. In the salon, selling is everyone's business. Suggesting a client try something new or upselling services, which is the practice, of recommending or selling additional services to clients that may be performed by you or other practitioners in the salon, keeps the business running smoothly. So again, that's going back to networking and making a buddy. So if you happen to work in a salon spa setting, if you happen to work in a salon spa setting, be friends with the cosmetologist. So that way they can recommend their hair clients for your skin services or lashes or vice versa. And then you make a team that way. And who knows, maybe you guys may want to open your own spot together one day. But the point of upselling is to A, recommend more products that will benefit your client. B, give yourself a higher sales ticket. So you go from $60 to $80. And C, it also lets your clients know that you're versatile and you don't just offer, 1 or 2 services, you offer many services. So that's something that we try to practice here. If you see on your grade sheet, you always ask, you know, if they're getting lashes, tell them about facials. You know, a lot of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to do lash clients, but do the lash clients. So that way you practice on lashes and then you do a facial on them, or you get them to come back to do a facial. So then you're already practicing having one client get 2 services with you. So that's 2 incomes. It's all how you look at it. But so it's really good. If they are doing lashes, you could do an easy brow brow tint and shape. So that would be really good to add on to lashes, or lip wax is really good to add on to lashes. You could even do like a little eye treatment after they do their lashes, like maybe put a different type of gel pad on, do like a little bit of an eye cream and a moisturizer for an extra $10 or $15. We also offer like the lash baths. If they come in there and you see that they wear a lot of makeup, let them know, hey, every other treatment, I'm going to be doing a lash bath. I mean, it's going to be additional $15. So right off the bat, you're doing a lash bath and you're doing the actual service. And then send them home with some shampoo. That's 3 different incomes you just made off one person.
Yeah, I never even knew you were supposed to wash your lashes.
You should wash your lashes. Yeah, not aggressively or with anger, but yeah, gently. Because some people that go to town and you're like, what happened? So yeah, just gentle, nice touches. All right. So last but not least, marketing, which is what I really wanted to focus on today. Coming off page 706, most salon and spa owners understand the value of good marketing programs to stimulate business. Marketing provides a strategy for how goods and services are bought and sold or exchanged. This is an involved process that was introduced with the General Description of Marketing mixed in Chapter 22, the skincare business, and goes beyond the scope of the text. Still, it is important for estheticians to realize that marketing is more than a sales tactic. To market skincare products and services successfully, you must first recognize that marketing serves both buyers and sellers. Framing marketing with the context of skincare, we can see the consumers have certain needs and wants when it comes to solving their skincare problems. A business looking to satisfy customers, salons, and spas provide certain products and services to help resolve their concerns. What estheticians should remember is that the whole concept is based on the exchange that ultimate benefits both the client and the service provider. So promotion are different types of marketing. It's basically getting customers' attention with the goal of increasing business. Not pausing here. So direct marketing is a form of promotion, public relations is a form of promotion, social media is a form of promotion, and so are ads. Sorry, I ran really hard today. Promotions are aimed at getting the consumer's attention with the goal of increasing business. Several different methods of promotion can be employed to market products and services, such as advertising, public relations, publicity, direct marketing, personal sales, and sales promotions. Most marketing programs incorporate several of these techniques using a variety of media, such as newspapers, magazines, television, the internet, and direct mail to create a broad-based campaign. What's really cool, that I just kind of want to jump in to social media, is that social media can really do all of these for you now. So before social media, maybe you advertised in like a newspaper, right? Old school ads. Or you did radio. Or maybe you did TV. Ads are going to be any type of paid promotion.
So Instagram can still be an ad.
That's what's cool about social media, because you could have your own online magazine that's connected to your social media account, or a blog that's connected to your social media account, or you can make your own commercials. One of my clients, her daughter is a videographer, and when I get my new oxygen tube machine in, I'm gonna have her come in and do a small commercial showing my new machine. So there's different things that you can do within social media that kind of allows you to promote in a whole bunch of different ways. You'll see ads all the time on like Facebook, Instagram. I'm sure Twitter has it too. And I've even seen, what's the new one that everybody's crazy about? TikTok. I think they have ads as well. Have you guys been on TikTok? I went on once. I'm not going back on it because you just watch it all doggone day and then you don't even realize that time is like lapsed.
That's a good thing.
Gosh, I'm excited.
You're so right.
What?
I said, Miss, you're so right. You get caught up in it and time get away from you.
If I didn't have my business, I wouldn't do social media. I really wouldn't, because you spend so much time on it and it's shaping you, even though you don't realize it is. You also find good information, don't get me wrong. There'll be some interesting stuff on there. Anyway, so ads or advertising is one of the more familiar and popular methods of promotion. In a broad scene of the world, advertising encompasses any activity that promotes the salon or spa favorably. For example, engaging in a charity event can be a good way to advertise a salon service. So yesterday we talked about networking, and some of the different ways that you can network is going to like business luncheons or joining the Chamber of Commerce or anything like that. Well, a lot of times they do different types of donations. So where they're doing charity events and raising money for things. That's a really great way to put in a facial, put in a full set of lashes, whatever. Even though you're giving first, you'll receive it back later. You'll learn that you have to give a lot. Even when you're 14 years into it, you're still doing, free services and discounts and different things to get new people, because you always want to grow. So keep that in mind about always be willing to give, especially like during the holiday, or find a charity that you want to link up with, that you do every year, that you give certain services for, like maybe facials for ladies that have had breast cancer or ovarian cancer or something like that, just to make them feel good about themselves. And then you can write off as tax. It's a win-win. Most of us can identify with the popular phrase, the best form of advertising is a satisfied customer. When it comes to marketing, advertising typically refers to promotional efforts that are paid for and are directly intended to increase your business. There's tons of different ways to do ads now. Spectrum, they offer small business services, which is really Time Warner. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Spectrum's really Time Warner. Anyway, they have a whole small business segment where they do commercials for people and ads and all sorts of kinds of things. Also getting on like a news station. If you want to do lashes for like a news reporter or makeup or something like that, that would be really cool. I know for a while I was having people reach out to me and they'd want to feature a spot each month. It was like a couple $100, but you would be at the top of their website and how many people are looking at the newspaper, even though they may not be getting it like directly to them anymore. They still look at it online or still looking at it on TV or whatever. Radio stations are really good. Radio can be expensive though, and it can take a long time, thousands of dollars a month, but it's a good investment. Again, however much money you put in is what you'll get back. So if you're pumping money in your business, it will turn. It may take time. It may not be tomorrow, but eventually it will turn. What else? Yeah, TV used to be the most expensive, but again, you can kind of make your own commercials now. They would just be more online versus actual TV. But Spectrum was running a 50% off. I don't know how much the total cost was for them to come in and do a commercial for you. Also, if you link up with like an online marketing company, they sometimes come in and do commercials for you. So when I open my next business venture next year, they're going to come in and do a commercial for me because they run ads for me. And then along with the ad, you'll be able to see the commercial and they'll also post it on the social media. So just different things like that.
It's like how they did a billboard here.
Weren't you two in it? Yeah, they still play it. Do you guys see it when you get the email? They're still on there.
I think my face was chopped off, but yeah.
No, you can see it's Coco.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Direct marketing refers to any attempt to reach the consumer directly with an offer. So for you, Alexis, if I were you, I would start selling your little, yeah, those are so cute. And start off maybe like $5, $6, and then if they want 2 or 3, and then package them and sell more. You will always make more money in products than you'll make in services, because you can only service so many people, but you can sell to the world. And you have to look at it. There's almost 8 billion people in the world. You're not going to give services to 8 billion people, but you can sell a product to them. Not that everybody's going to buy, but you see what I'm saying. Direct marketing, historically, marketers have relied on the distribution of direct mail. So examples of this, just trying not to trip. It's going to be like postcards. Coupons. You guys remember people still do coupons in the mail. Like you'll get like the store, like Kroger will tell you something's going on. You guys understand? And some people still get newsletters too. I mean, newspapers, newsletters. Yeah, that would be one, the newsletter. But it's also online now. You'll find newsletters. Newsletters are usually sent out like once a month. It's just giving you info on what's going on. So if you have an announcement, if you're moving your business, introducing a new product, introducing a new team member, you can put all that in your newsletter, and then you also feature it on your social media. You can still send coupons in the mail, but you can also send coupons to your website and send coupons through your email. So as you get more versed, you make your website, get yourself a professional email, and link everything. Your social media, your website, your email. If you have a blog out there, whatever the case may be, link everything. And you can add different features or different, what are they called, integrations into your website, depending on which platform you use to build it. And they can click directly on like the email, and it will pop up maybe like the coupon, and then the coupon will maybe put them on a landing page, and then from the landing page they on your website or something like that, or start on a landing page, whatever. But it's called funnels, business funnels or business tunnels, and they're funneling potential consumers from wherever you started out to your page, whether that's social media, website, whatever the case may be, so they can buy a product. Let's see. All right. The use of traditional print media and human resources often made this a costly marketing expense. Technology has changed all of that, introducing cost-effective solutions like electronic mail, text messages. Text messages is also really great to get your clients to come back. So clients that maybe you haven't seen in a while, sending them out some type of platform, that allows you to use text messaging. So another really important part of your spa plan needs to be like your booking or your scheduling site, because depending on those features, that's really going to help you. Square can text your people and email them. They can also book through Square. There's other different platforms. Vagaro, I used to have them. They got too big, but they offer a lot. Like you can do your own app through Vagaro. You can do a lot through Vagaro. But this will be really important because it will help you with your marketing, and you need to have a marketing strategy, a social media marketing strategy, an in-person marketing strategy, so on and so forth, because you're going to need several forms of ways you market. It can't just be social media. It can't just be word of mouth anymore. Going out, talking to businesses when you don't have any clients on your books. Go talk to them, hand out business cards. I try to put out, you guys know when elections going on and they have those yard sale sign things, you have to check, because apparently You can't put them everywhere if there's zoning or whatever, but that's a really good way. You know, if you see that sign, it's like, hey, new spot open, make sure that's okay. That's a really good way. I got a couple of people when I was at my, what was it, not Frisco location, Little Elm location, just walking through the area, because I was in like a strip mall thing. So walking through there, but like yard signs, that's a way. Follow up is also a way to get client retention. If you haven't seen them, calling them back, or if it's been a couple of days since they came in, all of those are ways. Sending them little videos. Hey, I thought of you. You know, I thought you'd like, you know, this video or whatever. And then of course, making sure to follow you on social media. Let's see. We'll skip on down. The advanced use of internet for social networking, commonly referred to as Web 2.0, is another phenomenon that is having a significant impact on direct market landscape. Now, social media tools such as blogs, podcasts, and viral marketing provides the salon and spa owners with cost-effective methods of spreading the word about their salon or spa directly to the consumer. So this is why I'm like, make a professional IG page, make a professional Facebook page if you want. Right now, it's free. This is FREE.
You see it right now, you think we're gonna have to end up paying for it?
Who knows? Who knows in this world? They're trying to run it, but it's free is my point. And that has never been available until what, 2010, 2011, when everything hit. That's why we now have people being able to be multimillionaires as estheticians, as lash techs, as cosmetologists, because they have a free way to market their business. So be putting out posts, before and after pictures. I don't care how it looks. We started from the bottom, now we're here. You know, you're not going to start out on top. But if you're using what is free, I'm telling you, to help you get to where you want to be a couple of years from now, God willing, if that's, you know, part of your plan, who knows? You could be the next, I don't even know, you. So utilize that. Utilize your Twitter, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, all of that, because it's free freaking marketing for you. And you don't have to pay for it. Now you can use it and pay for it, but it's a free way to get your business out. And the more exposure you get, the better chance you have of getting bigger and growing your business when people see you. So when you see people posting all the time, because they're trying to get exposure. This one chick I follow, I think her name's like Lynn Lynch. I would always see her, I'm like, why is she on there? Now I think she's up to almost 200,000 followers, and she's been like on the real TV, doing interviews, all this kind of stuff, because she used her free media, social media, to get herself where she wanted to be. And she's still climbing. She's still on there every day. So utilize it because it's free. Public relations. The term public relations is often associated with charitable giving, but there is more to PR than donating time as a percentage of salon profits to good causes to generate publicity. As we learned in chapter 22, the skincare business public relations is a complex marketing communications strategy aimed at planning and developing key relationships to achieve consistent positive results. More importantly, PR takes an ethical approach to marketing by supporting products and services claims with factual information. Businesses typically hire PR consultants or agencies to help them develop a public relations program. This usually involves publicizing information about your business, products, and services, planning events, and encouraging businesses to do good works rather than paying for advertisement. Skincare professionals can do their part to promote good PR by promoting excellent services and developing good client and employee relations. Getting involved in the community, networking with other business owners, speaking, writing articles, and hosting seminars on important skincare topics are several other proactive methods that could be used by salon owners to generate publicity or free media attention. When you act like a skincare ambassador and maintain professional standards in all of your endeavors, you not only foster goodwill for the salon, you work on your own. The entire aesthetic profession benefits. That's another job that you can do, is ambassador for a skincare line. or like a skincare company. So this is gonna be complex marketing. Got hot in here. Communications. Communications strategy. And crafting, ranking, and developing. Criteria, I tried. And developing key relationships to achieve positive results. So by definition, public relations is complex marketing communication strategies aimed at planning and developing key relationships to achieve positive results. So again, maybe you host spa night out. So you host an event, right? And it could even be like a kind of charity event where you're raising money for, I said earlier, somebody that's had breast cancer, and you're gonna donate some proceeds to a particular charity. Like maybe you rent out a hotel venue and it's a dinner, and then you're auctioning off the spa services that you have to offer. Something like that would be a good example of like PR. Doing like events and stuff, getting tons of people to come. It will give you exposure. It said it was free. It's not really free if you have to pay for like the dinner venue and all that. But the publicity that you're getting when you're inviting certain people will be very, very beneficial for your business. So that's a really good way. You could also do like an open house. I know for a while before the whole pandemic, what's it called? The Laser Institute. I want to say Laser Institute of Sex, that's not it. The National Laser Institute. They would do an open house here because they have 2 locations, one here and one in Arizona. I think it was every second Thursday of the month. And you could come in and see what they had to offer. It was a free event. You could win bottles of wine. They had like hors d'oeuvres. They gave away free services. They would always pick people out of the audience, and you could get Botox or whatever. They would pick somebody. That is a really good way. Yes, they're making the initial investment with like the food and the drink and all that, but they're still doing it at their own spot. It's a really good way for them to get more students as well as clients, because the students have to work on someone, which are the clients, and then just broaden their spectrum. And then if they're, doing it on like Facebook Live or Instagram Live, people that aren't there that are on the internet are also seeing it. So they could potentially be getting thousands of people coming to their establishment.
There's a lot of place that's also kind of just far from my house. They do an open house every couple months for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And like all the spa services are free.
Oh, nice. See? And then last but not least, I ran out of room. Social media, my favorite, which can kind of encompass all of these. So by definition, social media is going to be utilizing websites. Where's my marker though? So websites and apps or applications that enable ushers to create and share content. So it's like if you think back before social media, you'd have to put it in a newspaper or put it like a newspaper ad or a radio ad to advertise that you want an open house. Now you can put it on here for free. You know, you'd have to put an ad out to let everybody know, hey, I'm going to be having spa night, or call, you know, the old way call. But now you can put it on your social media. In conjunction with your social media, which is like your apps, make sure you have a good, reputable website. Your website's really important. A lot of people are looking for websites. It just makes you that much more reputable. Have your information on there. If you can, connect your social media to your website. So that means at the end of it, in your footer, you have your little Twitter or your Facebook or whatever, and they can click on that. So that way, if you're talking to them about, you know, doing a Pro 30 or Pro 60, they can then click on your social media and they're like, Pro 60, and they can see, oh, I want her to give me a Pro 60. She has a great deep cleanse, whatever. So, and then also, have your clients engage. So your clients that are coming here, tell them, ask them to follow you, ask them for their social media. That's still building up your following, because 10 times out of 10, people are gonna probably look at your profile and you wear for 3 to 6 months if they're, you know, local, and then they might follow you. And after that, okay, she's so doing good. I think I'm gonna finally go in and get a service. I'll have people from like LA, clearly it says Dallas, Texas, be like, hey, you know, how much for a full set of nails? And I'm like, well, where are you? Oh, I'm in California. I'm like, well, so just different things like that. You never know who's watching you, but if you can connect all of your stuff, your business things, like all your different platforms in one, they'll be able to see everything that you're able to offer. And then also another class, make sure everything reads the same. You know, don't have purple on your website, green everywhere on your social media, and then when they come in your spa, you have all white. Make sure it's the same across the board. Like whatever colors you want, like it needs to read the same. So whatever policies are on your website, you know how you can have the little circles, the highlights, the same policies need to be in your highlights. So on and so forth. Same on your Facebook, whatever. It needs to match across the board, because people will try to find loopholes to be like, well, I didn't get it. Bam, yes you did, and you signed for it. So all those different things. But I really wanted to focus on marketing today. Remember that promotion comes in direct marketing, ads, public relations, and social media. But now with social media, we can kind of cut out all of this and do these on our social media profiles. We can do paid ads if we want, but this is still going to be your best free bet to get you to where you want to be. I mean, I follow this one guy, and all he's done is made videos, and he's over 1 million followers now. And he has a TV show. They got 2 houses. They're like, headed to the LA house. I'm like, I feel you. So, you know, you just never know. Make your YouTube channel, all that connected, and the right person may find you and help you on that career path timeline that we're making. All right. Does anybody have any questions? All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions online? I'm gonna get roll really quick before you guys hang up. See who's all on here.
So chapter 21 and 23, Miss Ashley, that's it for these 2 weeks, right?
You can read over 22 if you'd like. I would like to go into it more depth. I'm gonna find some time. I'll just take a picture. That will be easier, so y'all don't have to stay on here. Yes, and so there should be class tonight with Miss
Xavier?
Yeah. Who's missing? Somebody already logged off. Okay, yeah. With Miss Octavia tonight at 5:30. And then we'll have class again on Monday at 5:30 going over practical. Did everybody get their kit that's online? Did you get your kit mailed to you?
No, which kit?
Say which kid?
No.
No, no.
Okay, who's saying no? What's your name, Dominique?
Catherine Tavares.
Which kid are y'all talking about? Dermatological?
Yes.
Okay, I got that.
And then Catherine, you are the only two that haven't received your kits? Yeah, Dominique? Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, at 5:30, we'll be going over product knowledge on Monday. Mondays will be like our practical time via online. And then we'll have regular class on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that'll be it. And then that following Tuesday, we won't have class because it will be election day.
Okay. Do we,
So,
on Mondays, you say it'd be like a practical that evening or day? Do we need to
yeah, the
have,
day or the evening.
do we need to have a model? I'm sorry. It's a delay in the
If
thing.
you can, that'd be great. Not this Monday, you don't, because we're just gonna be doing like treatment room setup, putting out the products, going over that. But probably in 2 weeks you will.
Okay.
Ashley, question for you. The evening classes I have are on Monday and Thursday at 5:30. Are those the only 2 days for evenings?
And Tuesdays.
Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Anybody else have a question? All right, ladies,
Not
enjoy your
a
week.
question. Wait,
Okay, go ahead.
not a question, but just so I'm cleared on what we have to do and what we should be working on. Could you just go over that for the online that started last week? So as me
So,
and Sharice, we started on the 12th. So just so we're clear.
so chapters 21 and 23, you can read over 21 if you'd like. And then everything, all your assignments or whatever you need is on Google Classroom. Have you been following each day Google Classroom?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything as far as your assignments and all that is on there. So right now you're making a timeline of your career path of where you ultimately want to end up, which is due next Thursday. All instructions and examples are on Google Classroom from both yesterday and the previous day. And then you are to complete all of your Cengage assessments and get a 90 better on chapters 21 and 23.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have any questions? And who is AG 593336?
Andrea Jackson, and it would not let me put my name on there. It kicked me out when I put my name on there.
Okay, no worries. I just had to make sure I got you down.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? I'll be updating Google Classroom shortly. Again, I'll have the notes on there. Just reiterating the assignments, everything that's on there, so you guys are able to get it.
I got a question, Ashley.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I think Amy put in the group like a few days or a while ago that we had another aesthetics instructor and that she was going to be doing evenings.
Yeah.
Did
She'll
they
be
ever
on.
figure out like, huh?
She'll be on tonight. So
Tonight?
she'll do Tuesday and Wednesday nights.
Oh,
Octavia.
okay.
It's Octavia.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Does anybody else have a question? All right. Have a good weekend, ladies.
You too.